Hello and welcome back to Super Bonus Round. Rich, your cosplay wrestling story.
Okay, so to continue from the last episode, we had mentioned it near the end. Yes, there was the fine people that host a podcast called Plus Two Comedy. They're like a tri-state area podcast group. Check them out on Facebook.
Shit, we're knocking on his door.
At Plus Two, like the actual plus sign, the number 2, and then comedy. Check them out on Facebook. They're a great group of guys. They put on an amazing show. Basically, like I had said in okay, that's an interesting trophy there.
Yeah, it's friggin' electrocuted.
So anyway, they always put on the show. They actually just put on the show this past, not this weekend, but the weekend before that. It was actually in Oaks, Pennsylvania, John. It was in Phoenixville, about 45 minutes away from here, at Too Many Games. It was a little mini-con.
What Too Many Games is in Philly?
No, it was in Phoenixville.
Oh.
So it was actually like 10 minutes away from Exton, where I was.
Oh.
So they put on this show at some of the cons that they go to. It's cosplay wrestling. Now, the premise of cosplay wrestling simply is this. Now, I had mentioned in one of the episodes here on the Sane Trilogy that I am a WWE fan.
And I was one. I'm not anymore.
Don't worry.
I'm not happy with the product.
Anyway, moving on. Basically, that's what they do, except they're not doing WWE characters, they're doing video game characters.
And anime characters.
Yes. Like they had Luffy from One Piece versus Finn the Human from Adventure Time.
Okay,
that was an exhibition match. The host, he's kind of like I guess you could say he's like the general manager of it, is Uncle Yo, who is a very funny individual and a great guy. He's incredible. I've met him a couple times. I met him at KatoriCon 2014. That's a little anime convention at Rowan College. I met him at the
Rowan University in New Jersey?
Yeah, there's 2 campuses. There's the Glassboro campus and then there's the one in Mantua. The one in Mantua is the little they have a small anime club that holds basically like a day and a half convention. It happens on a Friday afternoon, then like one day Saturday, and that's it.
It's like SwarmCon at SCAD.
Basically. So that's where I actually met Uncle Yo and saw the cosplay wrestling for the very first time. So basically the premise is this. Video game characters, certain anime characters, even certain cartoon characters, like I said, the first match was Luffy versus Finn the Human, and Uncle Yo versus Giovanni, the Team Rocket boss. And the loser of that match had to leave cosplay wrestling for good. And unfortunately, Uncle Yo lost. It was a shocker. It really was, because Uncle Yo made that. Then let's see, we had the tag team match, which was Mario and Hagrid versus Deathstroke and Deadpool, and it was such a funny ass match. Like Deathstroke came out, we didn't know who his tag partner was going to be, and then they start playing the music, and then up in the 3rd floor, coming down the escalator, you see Deadpool poking over, waving. And just being like the person who played Deadpool was Deadpool mannerisms, just funny as hell. You had Sailor Jupiter from Sailor Moon,
my favorite,
and this has been an ongoing thing too. Now, like I said, they don't really try to copy WWE characters. They really don't. But one of their actors, I guess you could say, basically took two personas and put them into one. So he did CM Punk and Pikachu, combining it to be CM Pikachu.
That's insane.
But it's great. It's great. So it was Sailor Jupiter versus CM Pikachu. That was a good one. Then, for the main event, it was Luigi, who is the Super Smash Bros. Champion, in a hardcore match, and the surprise wrestler, Solid Snake from Snake Eater. Showed up and faced him. Now, obviously, it was a hell of a match. It was a hardcore match, so it was funny. Then, basically, they set up the premise for what they were going to do at Too Many Games, which was last weekend. So, obviously, Mario came out, and Link came out. And it was perfect because the guy did Link perfectly to a T. Like,
He was cutting promos with it, too.
Yeah, he was. So, again, just an incredible bunch of people. Check them out on Facebook. +2 Comedy. That's the plus sign, the number 2, and comedy. Their podcasts are incredible.
You didn't get to the part I wanted to hear about. I want to know why, when they were cleaning up, there was Lego debris everywhere.
Oh, okay. So, the hardcore match, like I was talking about, it was Luigi versus Solid Snake. Super Smash Brothers hardcore match, basically. So, Luigi brought out, like, if you remember in the original Mario games, the block with the question mark, like here in Crash Bandicoot, basically it was the 8-bit block with the question mark on it, right? It was actually one you could carry. So what happened was, we didn't know what was in the box. We didn't know. So, during the match, it was going back and forth, and basically it was a hardcore match. So we were all chanting, "What's in the box? What's in the box? What?" And so Luigi opens it. Now, if you've watched the old school like ECW hardcore wrestling, you'll know that they sometimes use tacks. They use tacks to like lay their opponents out with. So, in this case, what we thought was going to be tacks or something turned out to be Legos, which was incredible. And for those who do know, Solid Snake, he is known for hiding in boxes in the games. So, sure enough, what was hiding underneath the ring? A bunch of cardboard boxes. So, which Solid Snake then used to make a makeshift table. Now, I'm sure some of you have probably seen wrestling where they use tables and blah, blah, blah. So that's basically what they did. And then he put the Legos on top of the makeshift table and went through it. So that was really a treat to see. And, but like I said, check them out, +2 Comedy. And their podcasts are incredible, and they also tell you when they're going to be setting up their next cosplay wrestling event. Great group of people. So that was basically the hot. And I had no idea. I had no idea that cosplay wrestling was going to be there, and it was because I didn't really check the schedule because there really wasn't anything that I wanted to go see. But it was a treat. It really was. It was a treat. To see them, and they always put on a great show all the time.
Sounds like it, and I mean that in the most literal sense possible, because while this was going on, I was in my autograph line to meet Lex Lang, Sandy Fox, Ellen Stern, and Richard Epcar, and from the autograph line, we heard all the slams and the yelling and the chanting. We heard it all, and I remember Richard was like, "What the hell's going on out there?" I was like, cosplay wrestling." He's like, "Oh, okay."
But it was just really awesome because being a WWE fan and then seeing that, it really brought up the wrestling fan in me, and it wasn't just me; it was everybody. Like, we were really getting into it.
Even people who don't watch wrestling,
right? They were getting into it, and that was incredible. And I was actually down by the ring. So that was really cool.
I've been looking on Instagram for pictures of it. I've seen the pictures of you a lot because of where the angle's taken.
Yeah, and it was great though. Like, that's what's awesome about it. Oh, and there's not a good part. There was a guy cosplaying as Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is a WWE superstar, in case you didn't know. And his recent gimmick over this past year was he would bring out this clipboard, and it was called The List. And basically, he would go, you say wrestling sucks? Wrestling sucks? That's it. You're going on the list. So then, this one guy cosplayed as Chris Jericho. He had a clipboard known as the list. And every time the heel characters would come out, they were getting into it. This guy wasn't even part of the show. He wasn't even part of it. And they were getting into it. He's like, and we were all chanting, put him on the list, put him on the list. And it was just the best thing ever. I mean, it was perfect. It was really perfect. Like that the fact that those group of guys were able to take two things that a lot of us, a lot of people like me like, and combine them. It's just perfect.
Oh, I'm sure I would have enjoyed it. That was just an autograph line.
Why not? But what I'm saying is that that's not around a lot. You know what I mean? Like where you combine, video game and anime characters and have like a WWE style type of show. You know what I mean? Even though it's not WWE, but like it's still that feeling, that energy, that excitement. Wow, I don't know what that's about. But that energy, that excitement, all that in one. Just from a small show. And the fact that everybody, even those who don't watch wrestling and don't even know about it, still got involved. That's what's incredible about it. Because at first, no offense, I'm not going to lie. When I first heard about cosplay wrestling back at KatoriCon, I thought...
Kidding me?
I thought, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta see this. But to my surprise, I actually enjoyed the hell out of it. Because it was just awesome. And, now I'm losing my voice. But,
and, hey, same here. Well, I'm getting mine back because I've been taking a back seat these past two episodes.
But, yeah, it was incredible. That was like the highlight.
What the fuck?
That was stupid. But, that was the highlight for me from Anime Next. Plus meeting some new friends, getting some photos, meeting up with some old friends, and just chill, and what I was gonna get to was, that week of Anime Next, that's when I had to, leave my good job up here in PA. I had to move back home, unfortunately, because, my landlord, basically kicked me out, because of, I wasn't even supposed to be there anyway, but, she let me stay. And, that week, I had moved all back home, and, what was awesome about that morning, John, that Friday morning, when I decided, you know what, screw it, I'm going to Anime Next. That morning, I pulled into the parking garage, and my new boss had called me, and he, I had explained to him, what was going on, and why I need this position and everything. And so he called me that morning, and he asked me, he said, how you doing? I said, I'm doing okay, I'm getting by. And he said, well, I hope this phone call makes it better for you, because we're going to give you what you want, and you got the job if you want it. So sure enough, I took it. And that it just all fell into place that week. On the morning of Anime Next, I was like,
shit.
I was really waiting for that call. I was really hoping that they would give me what I was asking for. They gave it to me, and it was that morning, and it was just like, that's what made the whole weekend. That's what made the whole weekend worth it, because...
Hey, look, it's your best friend.
If my voice was not fucked up right now. But, anyway, like I said,
Nearly perfect, but you died.
But anyway, that morning, the call...
Oh, her little pal was so cute!
that call got in, and then that's what made the entire weekend. I said, at that moment, I said, I don't care what happens. I'm just glad I got that. It just made the weekend awesome. Now, obviously, I didn't go Sunday because I was really tired, and also yard work had to be done. So, my mom really needed me for that. And, I would have went back Sunday, but, it was just, But all in all, it was a last-minute decision. It was a very rough week that week. And, it just made it awesome. So I'm glad to be back in the con life again. And there's going to be more con trips to come.
Yep, I want to go back to Anime next year. I had a blast.
And
I will tell more of my stories next time on the Super Bonus Round. So thank you guys for watching and listening to Rich's story while I took a back seat, which is fine. Gave me a bit of a chance to rest my voice. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!
see ya.